am kind of curious if there are any specifics that, this is personal selfishness at this point, but just of what that looked like for you communicating to other people, if they were like cliff notes of what you picked up.
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about how did I try to render my neurodivergent ass for people who weren't like me? Like those things? Okay. Yes. Sure.
Yeah.
One was slowing down and reducing the number of things that I attempted to express in any given piece, whether it was an essay or a flash story. I was so preoccupied with getting my whole truth out in a 5,000 word short story, which is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Or novel. Yeah.
It's also honestly
Not
a terrible idea for a novel, unless it's like 10,000 pages long. Because the fact of the matter is that any random human being who's watching this stream, you are more complex than the sum total of the contents of your local library. Like, a human being simply has more complexity to them. So when you try to fit everything that matters to you into every piece of fiction or nonfiction that you write, you bottleneck yourself and you sell yourself short, because you ought to be able to express yourself across many pieces and express yourself with confidence. So I'm going to write this flash, and it's going to be one of my, I want to talk a little bit in this flash about what it was like to date being asexual and not knowing I'm asexual, but only a little bit, not all of dating that way, but just what's some of it. Okay, a few of these observations seem kind of funny. All right, well, what if this is just a flash in which I have some of the funny observations strung together into a plot arc that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and bam. This has now concisely allowed me to express just a couple of thoughts that will hopefully resonate with the reader through the humor. And I didn't have to tell you everything, because this is now a theme. There's a lot more I can say on. Well, that's what the next story is for. The next 5 stories are for. The next 25 stories are for. You don't need to sell yourself short by trying to cram all of yourself into every piece. So that was one thing, was just trying to measure the material out so that people who didn't think the way I thought would be able to follow it digestibly.